Hello, everyone. Okay, I tried to start right at 7 o'clock. It's Friday evening. It's 7 o'clock my time. I'm hoping this is a better time for people to join me for a live stream. I am basically it's not March yet, so I can't call this my March live stream, but I'm basically hoping to try this. Hi, Cider. Hi, Shadow. I could count on you guys to be here. I'm trying this to see if this is a better time for a live stream. So I'm hoping that more people will be online and be able to join in the live stream today. So today's live stream, I'm going to be answering is another Disney one. I'm going to be answering 15 entertaining Disney questions. And you guys can answer along with me. Oh no, you have the flu? It's not the coronavirus, is it? Is it the flu? Okay. You guys can answer along with me these 15 Disney questions. Okay? So here we go. And if you are watching this later and you have any strong opinions about any of these questions that you want to answer, you can put them in the comments down below. And I thank you for watching this video. I thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please be sure and click the red subscribe button down below the video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, here we go. Number one. What ride at any Disney park you wanted to ride but have been afraid to? And hey, Shadow, you should answer these too. Okay. I am going to say Tower of Terror. I have never ridden Tower of Terror. Shadow, you haven't either, have you? But Megan, you have. Megan's ridden Tower of Terror, and Andrew has, hasn't he? Yeah. Yeah, they went on it together. I have never ridden Tower of Terror. I don't like that droppy sensation in my stomach. And Shadow, would you go on it or no? Definitely not. You like the monorail. Definitely no. So yeah, it's your favorite ride. Is it really? So yeah, Tower of Terror is one I've been scared to go onto. There are not very many Disney rides that I have not been on. Interestingly, I have also not been on Rock and Roller Coaster, which Megan went on last time. And if you watch our vlog from day 8 of our Walt Disney World 2019 trip, Megan said that when it launched, her soul was separated from her body, right? Severed from her body. So yeah, I haven't been on that either. I'm a little scared to ride that one too because it goes upside down and I can't really do upside down anymore. So we've been there 7 times, Cider. Have you been to Disney World? If you have, tell me and tell me how many times you've been there. Okay. So what about you guys? What ride have you wanted to ride but have been afraid to ride? Okay. All right, number 2. If you had to live in a Disney park for the rest of your life, which one would you choose? Which one would you choose? I'm actually going to say Epcot because there's so much variety. Yeah, I mean, there's all the countries, and so there's a lot of variety for food. And a lot of the countries, like the buildings there, are kind of like little houses and villages and stuff. So it'd be sort of like living at home. And yeah, I think I would live at Epcot if I have to. Yeah, Epcot. The race with Test Track? Yeah, Test Track is at Epcot. Yep. Do you like that, right? Yeah. Yeah, Shadow agrees with me, Epcot. Megan, which park would you live at if you had to live in a park for the rest of your life? Epcot? Okay. Oh, you mean like a Disney park in another country? Oh, yeah, she says Epcot too because of all the countries. Speaking of Disney parks in other countries, if you guys have not been following the news, both of the Chinese Disney parks in Hong Kong and Shanghai have been closed for some time now because of the COVID-19 virus. And now they have also closed Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. Now, my understanding was the reason they did that is because, partly to help contain the spread of the virus, but also because the Japanese government has closed schools for a month to prevent the spread of it. And yeah, they closed Tokyo just today, I think. And so they don't want kids. Oh my gosh, I'm going to come back to that question, Cider. They don't want families, oh, yay, there's no school for a month. Let's all go to Disney. And then that wouldn't help anything. So they decided to close the parks too, so that families would not be tempted to go to the parks while school was closed. Tokyo Disney Sea is supposedly the most amazing, not just Disney park, but the most amazing theme park in the world. It's supposed to be absolutely incredible. It's right next to Tokyo Disneyland. The two parks are right side by side. I very much would like to go to Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. It's supposed to be really cool. They were originally going to build what really became Tokyo Disney Sea in California in Long Beach. And then that plan got scrapped. And then they ended up building Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea instead. So yeah, it's supposed to be really cool. Okay, number 3. This question is weird. If you had to talk in a character voice for the rest of your life, which one would you pick? I'm going to say Meg from Hercules because she's got sass. I don't know if I can actually talk like Meg. I don't know if I can really do voices. Yeah, I heard that they were supposed to build a Disney in Virginia, but they couldn't get enough. Yeah, I don't know why that plan got scrapped either. That was a while back. Shadow, can you do any Disney character voices? Megan, can you? Well, what am I talking about? Megan plays Disney characters in shows all the time. By the way, Megan was cast in a new show today. If you don't follow me on Instagram, Megan's now going to be playing Tinkerbell in the show Tinkerbell. Her most recent role before that was Queen Iduna in Frozen, which is Anna and Elsa's mother, if you didn't know that. She just finished that show 2 weeks ago, and now she's going to be Tinkerbell. She's also been Christopher Robin. She was in The Little Mermaid. She was a flamingo and a jellyfish. That was when she was younger. What other Disney shows have you been in? Oh, she was the evil queen in... What was that? What were you the evil queen? Evelina.
I'm a damsel. I'm in distress. I can handle this. Have a nice day.
That's a perfect Meg voice. See, Meg can do the Meg voice from Hercules. You do Kristoff, Shadow, or who?
Kristoff's got a nice voice.
Cider says you're going to be on Broadway.
I am.
Shadow, who else did you say? Goofy. Cider says Goofy.
I think I do Merida.
Oh, Merida. Scotted. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Can you take this chair behind me and take it away?
This one?
Yeah, here. I'll cover it myself.
It's okay. I'll myself.
Thank you. That's too high. No, not that one. The other one.
I
couldn't see because I was covering it. Thank you.
My face for half a second.
There we go. That's a little better. Okay.
I am Merida. Firstborn. No, I can't do that.
All right.
Me attempting to voice.
Yeah. Okay.
Firstborn.
And then you were also...
I'll be shooting for my own hand. Can't do that.
Sounds a little Irish.
Yeah.
What else were you in that was Disney? Oh, you were a dwarf.
I was a dwarf.
She was a dwarf in Snow White and the Seven
That
Dwarfs.
wasn't Disney.
Oh yeah, that wasn't the Disney version.
A Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I said
I
that.
was a jellyfish.
You're a jellyfish.
I'm very proud of my jellyfish.
Only 4 people are on. See, I just cannot. I only show 3. I cannot figure out what a good time is to schedule these. Every time I think I've picked a good time, nobody joins in. I don't know. Okay. Number 4. My favorite pavilion in Epcot. What is your favorite pavilion in Epcot? I would say, oh, Meg,
Yes, ma'am.
put that one back. Because now that's bugging me. Yeah, thank you. Sorry about the furniture rearranging. Okay, my favorite pavilion in Epcot. I really like the UK pavilion.
Yeah.
I like how it's little streets. I hope they don't wreck it when they add Cherry Tree Lane in for Mary Poppins. The countries. The pavilions are the countries around the World Showcase in Epcot. I really like the UK pavilion. I also very much like the Canada pavilion. I think the Canada pavilion is really pretty.
Yeah.
And if you have not gone all the way back in the Canada pavilion where the waterfalls are and everything, it's so pretty. Yeah, France is nice too, Shadow. You're right. Kind of going around in my mind. I think those are my favorites. Yeah, they have a United States one. But they just got a new restaurant there, Cider. Regal Eagles Smokehouse. It's like barbecue. A couple people have done, Tim Tracker and Michael K, if you follow them on YouTube, both did videos about it. Okay. Which restaurant at Disney have you wanted to try but are afraid of?
Which restaurant?
Yeah. I don't know that I'm afraid of anything. I guess I've kind of wanted to try one of the ones in Morocco, like in the Morocco pavilion. Shadow says I have no clue. Yeah. Oh, anything with seafood? Yeah, Coral Reef. I really want to try Coral Reef because it just looks so neat with the, that's an Epcot too, with the big aquarium, but I'm afraid we won't like the food.
Yeah.
Because it's all seafood.
I don't like seafood.
Yeah.
I refuse to
These
eat
guys don't like seafood at all. That's an odd question. Yeah. Otherwise, like in Magic Kingdom, I've kind of tried everything. Animal Kingdom, we've tried. The other one, I guess I'm not afraid to try it, but I just never have, is the Brown Derby in Hollywood Studios. Just because it seems abnormally fancy for being in a theme park. And I mean, I know it's totally fine to go in there in your casual resort wear, but I mean, I've never, after the Disney Dream and Fantasy, you pledged never to go back to Disney World? Why? Yeah, but Rainforest Cafe, you can go anywhere. There's one at Animal Kingdom too. We did a review of Rainforest Cafe at Mall of America back in November, October. We've gone there lots of times. You fell in love with you just love the cruises so much. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Don't worry, we're going to be going on more Disney cruises in the future. Okay. What is your favorite Epcot festival? Okay. There are 4 Epcot festivals. Festival of the Arts is every January and February, and that just ended a couple of days ago. I have never been to Festival of the Arts, and I would really like to go. Of all the festivals that they have, that's the one I would most like to try. I've never been to it. We've been there in February and January, but they didn't have Festival of the Arts then. Okay, now starting on March 4th, I think, is Flower and Garden Festival. We've been to Flower and Garden Festival. The last 2 times we were at Disney World, Flower and Garden Festival were going on. The flowers in Epcot are very, very pretty, but we've never actually tried any of the food at the booths, have we? We've looked at the menus and stuff, but we never actually bought anything. And then in the fall, is the Food and Wine Festival, although they keep starting that earlier and earlier. Now it starts in like the middle of August. And then, and that one I don't really have any interest in at all. And then very briefly from like right after Thanksgiving, until like New Year's is Festival of the Holidays. And I would like to try that one. But the only one I've actually been to is Flower and Garden Festival. So I can't say which is my favorite because that's the only one I've ever experienced. Have we ever been there properly during a holiday? When I was 19, we went in like November or December, and I don't remember it being decorated for Christmas, but I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and find pictures. My dad would have them because those would have been like actual photographs, and I don't keep any of those. Okay. Have you attended any Disney special ticketed event, and which one is your favorite? Now, by this, they mean like either a party, like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, or they mean like after hours. And no, I have never been to a Disney special ticketed event. I don't really have any interest in the Halloween or Christmas party because they're still very, very crowded. But I have a lot of interest in trying the after hours events because the price of those is about the same as a one-day ticket to the park, but the crowds are very, very low. And the reason that really appeals to me is because that's what the parks used to be like when I was younger at certain times of the year, and there just aren't any low crowd times at Disney World anymore. And so I said this in my video, 3 lessons that I learned from our Disney World trip, which I posted like last July or August. I said that those after hours ticketed events really appeal to me now because I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to recapture that experience of what going to Disney was like when I was younger. Okay. I am going to skip number 8 because number 8 is pick a Disney character and make a cocktail or non-alcoholic drink to match them. What do you guys think of that question?
I'll do it.
Okay, Meg's going to do it. Meg's going to ponder that and come back to us with her answer. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to move on to number 9. Are you a planner or an on-the-fly park goer? I'm very much a planner. But, I mean, I plan most of the, no, it's really not for kids.
What was the question?
The question Cider asked or the question?
Drink one.
Okay, pick a Disney character and make a cocktail or non-alcoholic drink to match them. Cider, the last time we were there, which was last March, I think I even commented to the kids, there are so many more adults at Disney than kids. Don't you agree, guys?
Yes.
It's mostly adults. I mean, I don't know why everybody says it's just for kids. It's mostly adults. Okay. I actually am trying to pursue that, Cider, as a career. I had an interview this week. Yes. So fingers crossed. Okay.
Got one.
All right. Megan has a drink for us. Yes.
Maleficent.
Maleficent.
Vodka, grape schnapps, and apple pucker.
Vodka.
Black vodka.
Grape schnapps.
Grape schnapps.
And
apple pucker.
An apple what?
Pucker.
Pucker.
Looks pretty cool.
So you looked this up. You actually,
I looked it up.
she found a drink online.
There's a drink for every Disney character.
Apparently there already is a drink for every Disney character. Okay, so with the planner or on the fly, I plan a lot of stuff out, but there's limitations to that. Like you can only get 3 fast passes per day ahead of time. So after you use those up, you really have to be an on the fly person in the parks and decide what else you're going to do because you can get one more fast, but maybe if they're not all gone. So I mean, once you aside from your dining reservations and your fast passes that you schedule ahead of time, everything else has to be kind of on the fly because you just kind of have to look and see like, oh, what are the wait times? Oh, this one's only 20. Oh, let's go on this, if the wait's not bad and stuff like that. So yeah. You learned the dangers of vodka at school today?
Right.
I'm going to assume that was like in health class or something and not that someone was drinking vodka at school. Your sister? Oh, nice. She has epilepsy. So they would get like the special pass, but she never has seizures anymore. So they're basically abusing it.
Oh no.
Yeah, even though she doesn't really need it anymore. That's classic.
Wait, a pass for what?
People with disabilities get a special pass to like skip the line.
Oh.
Okay. Number 10. Snow White. Okay, Meg, this is for you.
Oh my.
Snow White can't afford to pay the rent for the 7 dwarfs. Which one do you?
Oh no! No! That's illegal. Oh my gosh.
Megan can't bear it. She says she can't kick out anybody.
No.
By the way, have you guys ever noticed my Disney pictures back here? These are, this one in the middle is Disney World 2009. That's like January 2009. And Shadow's not in that picture because he was a baby and he went back to the hotel with Dad and went to bed. This one is Disneyland 2012. And you can see the kid quite little there. We're with Mickey. And yeah, just a Sexider. And this one is Disney World 2015. And then we've been there once since then. But Andrew wasn't with us, so I don't have it in a frame. Okay, the question was, Snow White cannot afford to pay the rent for the 7 dwarfs. Which one do you kick out? Sleepy?
No. You can't kick out any of them. That's illegal.
Megan says we can't kick out any of them. That is kind of mean.
That's awful.
Cider says all of them.
No.
All right, moving on. Number 11. Which princess do you think would win a beauty pageant? Aurora.
Why is Snow White paying for the dwarves' rent?
Yeah, really? They're the ones with jobs. She doesn't have a job.
They mine diamonds for a living.
Yeah, they got plenty of money. You never see them. What do they do with those jewels anyway?
They stick them in a storage compartment.
Okay. So which princess do you think would win a beauty pageant? I say Aurora. But
Yeah,
yeah, Aurora's pretty beautiful.
I agree.
Maybe Cinderella. Yeah. Okay. Which prince would get chosen to be on The Bachelor? Dang it. I need Andrew's help with this one. I've never watched The Bachelor. Shows like that like make me cringe. I can't watch them. But I know that Andrew used to watch The Bachelor with his friends all the time in college. Do you guys watch the... Oh, Belle? Yeah, Belle's pretty. She's got... Yeah. She date. So I don't know what that, like, what they're looking for with The Bachelor. Like, what prince? Do you know anything about The Bachelor, Meg?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that one. Help us out with that one, guys, because I've never watched The Bachelor. All right, number 13. Oh, this is a great question. Which Disney attraction is your favorite for napping? It used to be Ellen's Energy Adventure in Epcot. Andrew and I literally both fell asleep on that ride the last time we rode it for like 20 minutes. After that, I would say, because that ride was long. After that, I would say Carousel of Progress.
No, you can't sleep during that.
Yeah, I don't usually get sleepy in there, but it's long. Where else do I get sleepy and fall asleep? Oh, didn't I doze off in the Muppets?
I don't know.
Last time I dozed off in the Muppets. And also, I don't know if I doze off in Mickey's PhilharMagic. It's pretty lively. Yeah,
There's literally an explosion in Muppets.
that's true. There is an explosion in Muppets. I don't know. I must have been really tired. Okay. Oh, living with the land is kind of nice for. I could see people kind of getting nappy on that one, dozing off maybe a little bit, but I love that ride. Okay. Number 14. You're going on a Disney vacation. What one thing do you look forward to the most, and what one thing do you look forward to the least? I would say the thing I look forward to the most, it's probably a tie. Riding my favorite rides and the food. What do you guys think? What's your favorite? What do you look forward to the most with food? Megan says food. Shadow, what do you say? He says food. But I really like riding my favorite rides too. And the thing I look forward to the least, the crowds and the lines. Crowds and lines and all the money I'm spending. Yeah. Mickey's breakfast. Okay, and the last question, number 15. Which DVC, that's Disney Vacation Club, resort would you choose as your home resort? Oh boy. I think I might choose Old Key West, which was the original vacation club resort at Disney World. The military one, is that a DVC? I don't know if that's DVC. I think that's only for people in the military are the only people that can stay there. It's not a DVC resort. You can't buy into that. Oh, the heat in the summer is yeah, that's a good point. And then if you haven't watched my video from my Misadventures in Travel playlist, watch the video First Florida Trip Fail. That talks about when we went to Disney World, my first trip to Disney World when I was like 8, 9 years old in July. Yeah. Okay. Does Yacht Club have DVC? Beach Club does, but I don't know if Yacht Club does. Maybe Beach Club. Otherwise, I would say Wilderness. I could go for one of those villas or cabins at Wilderness Resort. Yeah, I think that'd be neat. Those would be my top choices. What about you guys? What would you pick? Okay, that is the end of my 15 interesting Disney questions. Thank you to the basically 2 people who joined me on this live stream. And yet again, I am just not having any to do a live stream that people. Have you ever been to a vacation on the East or West? Oh, yeah. Cider, I've been to all 48 continental United States multiple times. The only states I haven't been to are Alaska and Hawaii. I've been to California too many times to count. My ex-husband was from Washington. So we've been to Washington and Oregon quite a few times. I've been up and down the East. I've been to Washington, D.C. 7, 8. I don't know. I've been to New York like 5, 6 times. Boston. Yeah, I've been everywhere. Our travels since I had kids are less than, we went to Colonial Williamsburg, the historic triangle. We went to Norfolk and Jamestown and Colonial Williamsburg. We went to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. I visited a friend, college friend that lived in Potomac, Maryland. Went and stayed with his family one time. Been to Washington, D.C. a few times with my dad. Yeah, we've been, yeah. My dad, if I've said this in earlier videos, my dad is a big train nut. And so when I was a kid, we went all over the country on trains, on Amtrak. The last train trip we took actually was to Washington, D.C. So when Megan was a baby. You don't remember that, Meg. And we haven't been on it since then. Shadow really wants to go on Amtrak sometime, don't you, bud? Yeah. I was actually trying to figure out if we could maybe take it to Chicago. That's, yeah. But the thing about train travel is it used to be a lot more economical than it is now. Nowadays, when you're talking about long distances, it's actually more expensive to take a train than it is to fly. So like if you want to go all the way to the West Coast or something from here. So watch hours, how many? I'd have to figure it out. I'm about halfway. I have more. I'm closer to getting monetized on my watch hours than I am on my subscribers. Yeah, Shadow's the opposite. He's closer on his subscribers. You guys are both so close. Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about that, Cider, that Shadow might actually get, even though you're a little ahead of him right now on subscribers, we wonder what? You're one subscriber behind him? Yeah, you guys are like neck and neck on subscribers, but I honestly think he might reach the criteria before you because of the watch hours. We were just talking about that. Yeah, but you're both stuck until you get a parent who can get monetized, because you can't get an AdSense account until you're 18 unless you have a parent who has one. So does your mom or dad have a blog or something that they have an AdSense account? Because unless if you're under 18, you can't get an AdSense account unless you have a parent who has an AdSense account. And I tried to get an AdSense account and it will not let me because I have not reached the how do they know your age? You have to prove it. When you go to monetize, you have to actually send something in proving your age. You can't. You have to actually send in official documentation to prove your age. Sorry. Yeah, you have to like send in your driver's license or something to show what your age is. So yeah, otherwise everybody could just lie. So yeah, you have to actually prove that you're over 18. Sorry about that. Bummer. I know it really stinks. I know it does. Yeah, it does. And I figured out that the reason there used to be a lot more kids who had YouTube channels is because the whole 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours requirement is relatively new. It didn't used to be that tough. And lots of parents made like 5 videos of their kids playing, opening their Christmas presents or whatever, and then they could just get an AdSense account. And so they were able to get their kids connected to their AdSense accounts, because I've actually read stories of people now who the parents were like, hey, wait a second, I used to be able to get money off my YouTube videos and now I'm not. What happened? Well, they don't have the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours, so they took their monetization away. So there were people that used to be getting money and their kids' channels might be eligible for monetization. And you see what I'm saying? So yeah, it stinks. So you have to be 18. And if you're not 18, you have to have a parent that has an AdSense account. So I'm doing my best. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to me so Shadow can get monetized. Yeah, I don't think they are going to change it because they just changed it. Like with, I actually think it's been since we started our channels, hasn't it, Shadow? Or it was right before that. It's been within the last couple of years that they changed it to this. I hope I can. We have some plans. Yeah, we have some plans coming up that I'm not going to say any more about, that I am hoping will draw in more subscribers. So, yeah, but it's a long road. When you look at some of the really big YouTubers, some of them like Tim Tracker, they've been doing YouTube for almost 11 years. So you have to think about that some people have been doing this for a long, long time. And it maybe took, 4, 5, 6 years before they were able to get money. But maybe not, because like I said, the requirements of it used to be less stringent. But anyway, I mean, we're still having fun making videos, right, Shadow? So yeah, we're still having fun with it, and we like to document the experiences just for ourselves too, so we can go back and watch them and remember what we did and stuff too. So that's kind of fun. Yeah. Yeah, they started, yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for joining. And if you're watching this video after after it went live, thank you for watching. And if you could, would you please put down in the comments what time and day of the week would people be available for a live stream? Because I'm really frustrated. I cannot find a time that people seem to be able to join in on the live stream and participate. And live streams are fun because they're interactive and you can make it of a conversation. And so if there's only 2 people in on the conversation, I mean, yeah, it's still 3 of us having a conversation or 4 of us, but it would be a lot more fun and interesting if more people were participating and contributing. So I'd really like to get more people on the live streams, or it's going to be, I'm not sure it's worth it to keep doing them. So please put down in the comments below what time, day of the week and time of day would be best for you to join in a live stream. I had someone suggest after 6 p.m. on a week, on any evening, and that's what I'm doing. And I've done that a few times now, and I still haven't gotten people coming on. So I don't know what to do. And I've done weekends during the day. I've done weekends in the evening. I don't know what else to do. So I've tried earlier in the day. I'm just not getting people joining in. So please give me suggestions on what time you would, is a good time for you, a time that you're usually sitting at your computer or sitting with your phone or your tablet or whatever, watching YouTube videos anyway. And then you'll see, oh, Heather's doing a live stream. I'll watch that. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So thank you everyone for joining, and watch for our March live stream. We've got some fun things coming in March. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Safe travels.